Ghostly nuns, strange Gregorian chanting, and even royalty tonight await us at the White Ladies Priory.
This is the White Ladies Priory, a 12th century building that still partially stands here today. The White Ladies were nuns that got their distinctive name because of the way they used to wear white habits rather than black. They were based here from around 1212 until 1536. Not long after, in 1540, the priory was sold to William and Margaret Warwood. Passers-by and visitors to the priory have reported hearing strange Gregorian chanting and seeing white figures moving around the priory. Some believe these are the restless spirits of the nuns, still hard at work. Others believe that this is the Warwoods. This location is famed for being one of the places that Charles II came to hide after his defeat at the Battle of Worcester. While staying here, he disguised himself as a woodsman, using soot to cover his face, before moving to another nearby hideout. One of the lesser known stories of the priory comes later, during the witch hunts, where locals accused of witchcraft were apparently hung from the trees surrounding the priory. People have reported strange smells, and some people avoid the site, saying multiple female bodies swinging from the trees often appear when passing late at night.
I'm now stood in the middle of the priory, and this is where visitors have reported feeling very nauseous. Some have actually reported vomiting when they've been in this area. Is this due to the spiritual energy which resides here? It's between these two archways where a figure of a white nun has been spotted multiple times, going about her business like she once would have in life. Will she decide to make an appearance tonight? Inside the ruins of the priory, we come across the biggest focal point in here, which are these two stones on the floor here. Now these appear to be what look like gravestones, possibly ancient gravestones of the old prioresses that were actually buried here, as it's said that many of them were. Also interesting to note, within this area it has been heard that a small boy occasionally screams, occasionally cries. Now we don't know who this boy is, what the relevance is to the boy and the priory, but hopefully tonight we'll uncover some of these answers and hopefully he'll make his presence known. So the sun is beginning to set now, so we're going to head back, set up our equipment, set up our locked off cameras and prepare ourselves to spend the night at the White Ladies Priory.
Here are the 4 locked off cameras we'll be using throughout tonight's investigation. Camera 1 is facing the north entrance archway to the priory. Camera 2 sits by the south wall facing the archways. Camera 3 is outside the west wall of the priory. And camera 4 sits where we believe a 12th century altar once stood, with our trigger object, Diana doll, sat in the middle.
So we've just entered the priory, haven't we?
We've just entered the priory.
We're at the main
Seriously
entrance.
creepy place.
Yeah. It's a lot creepier by night time, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Completely different atmosphere at night.
Especially with the new cameras, they seem to pick up things really nicely.
Yeah, looking good.
Right, so
Oh yeah,
should we
talk about new cameras? We have the brand new camera that we're testing out now, actually, haven't we?
Yeah, we've actually got new locked off cameras, we've got new
We've gone full spectrum.
recording camera, we've got everything full spectrum now, so
Full spectrum, so
nothing should escape us.
that's even better. So I think we'll start tonight with an EVP session.
Yep.
See if we can get the attention of anything. So I'm just going to start my device recording. So I'm going to make a call out and I'm going to ask if there's any spirits with us here today. If you can make yourself well known to me now. I want you to speak into the device that I'm holding. We'll give it a quick playback.
Listen to it back.
So I'm going to make a call out and I'm going to ask if there's any spirits with us here today. If you can make yourself well known to me now. I want you to speak into the device that I'm holding.
Right, I'm actually going to set the Iovulus off now, and we're going to have the Iovulus running the whole night, aren't we?
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually.
Right, so chanting has been known here.
Right, there's
Gregorian chanting. Can you chant into the device that Brian's holding for us?
play that back, see what happens.
See if we got anything. Can you chant into the device that Brian's holding for us?
What I'm going to do, obviously as it's an old priory, White Ladies Priory, I'm going to call out and I'm going to ask if there's any nuns here with us. I want you to speak in the device that I'm holding now, speak loudly and clearly for us, and tell us your name. Speak loud and clear into the device. I'm going to play that back.
I thought I heard a drum beat then.
Drum beats.
Sounds weird, like an African drum beat.
Okay.
Right,
Very
play
strange.
machine back.
Listen to this. Speak loud and clear into the device. It seems to be quite quiet, doesn't it, at the moment?
Discuss. The Iovulus machine's just picked up the word discuss.
Discuss, okay. That's
Discuss.
really good. I'm going to set off the EVP again. So, like I said, if you are around, if there is anyone here, please give us some chanting and let's hear it.
You've come up with the word discuss on the Iovulus. Is there something you want to discuss?
Is there anything you want to tell us? If there is, speak into the...
I thought I heard a heavy footstep over here then. Sounded like a boot, sort of.
It's like a bit of a chill behind me.
Yeah, it sounded like a boot stamping on the floor.
Okay.
It was very unusual.
So what is it you'd like to discuss? Is there anything you want to talk to us about? Or are you listening to our conversation? Talk to us and let us know. Talk into this box that I'm holding. We want to know what you mean by discuss. Yeah. We want to know what you mean by discuss. Was anyone here? Thought I heard a sound then.
Yeah, I thought I heard something reply to you then. Moving. The Arvallis has come up with the word moving. That was interesting.
What did you hear?
It sounded like something replied to you.
Did you hear a word or anything?
No, not such. More of a... I don't even know what I'd describe it
Grunt.
as. Yes, more of a grunt maybe.
A grunt is what I heard anyway.
It sounded like it come from behind you, sort of outside the arch.
Outside the actual...
Just outside the arch.
Maybe we'll go for a quick walk outside the arch then?
Yeah, perhaps. Moving. Now I'm wondering... Let's watch your footsteps because it is...
So we've heard a stomp, and it sounds like you just replied to me. Was that you that replied to me? And if so, speak up again. Okay.
The Arvallis machine has picked up the word energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
So far, we've had discuss, moving and energy
on the Arvallis machine.
Who are you?
After finishing our first EVP session at location 1, we set off for location 2, and as we were about to go through the archway, a strange light anomaly seemed to fly through before us. Right, it's through these archways where people have reported seeing figures, white figures moving. Balls of light. I'm going to perform some EVPs. What was that?
What's the matter?
Oh, someone just tapped the wall.
Tap the wall.
I'm going to perform some EVPs. Is there a presence here? Do you wander through these archways?
Speak into the box that Nathan told him. Loud and clear.
Is there a presence here? Do you wander through these archways?
What's that?
Sound like interference.
First bit, it sounded like there was a bit of a rustling. I'm scared to turn around.
Yeah.
Anything? No.
I don't know, the vibe's changing. What's the name of the person that wanders through these archways? If you're here, can you tell us your name? I almost like hear constant hissing down my ears.
Very strange sensation I've just felt.
I felt like something vibrated on the back of my leg then. Like a phone vibration or something.
Do you know what I just felt?
No.
It felt like someone just stroked both of my ears at the same time.
What's the name of the person that wanders through these archways? If you're here, can you tell us your name?
It's almost a little bit disorientating, isn't it? Because you're within the confines of the four. Well, I was going to say the four walls. There's obviously multiple walls, but obviously with all the torchlight and everything we've got going on tonight, a lot of shadows.
Yeah, it's really disorientating.
It is after a while. Your eyes start playing tricks on you.
Right, I keep thinking I can see things flying throughout the walls.
Flying through the wall, the archways or the walls.
The archways, and hearing hissing, but it's
Okay.
peculiar, very peculiar. See, I keep hearing tapping as well.
Where from? Because you said that wall before.
There's your receipt that was in my pocket. If you still wonder here, can you show yourself to Brian? Can you show yourself to one of our locked off cameras or Brian? We don't mean no harm or disrespect. Keep feeling I'm supposed to touch my trousers. It's the second time I've got back to this wall and I felt like something's touching my trousers.
Okay. Interesting.
Weird.
Interesting area then.
I haven't got anything in my back pockets either. You still wonder here? Can you show yourself to Brian? Can you show yourself to one of our locked off cameras or Brian? We don't mean no harm or disrespect. I think something said I'm here after the first question. Can you show yourself to Brian? Listen. Can you show yourself to one of our locked off cameras or Brian? Listen now. There. That's a breath.
I heard a breath then.
That's a breath that was...
Okay, so it's maybe something within this area then?
We seem to be picking up activity within this area. I've been touched a couple of times.
Okay.
Thought something runs through there. We seem to be getting some responses.
This archway that I'm pointing the camera at now?
Yeah. I think perhaps later on tonight...
Yeah.
We'll actually perform a spirit box session here.
I think that's probably a good shout, to be fair.
I think, yeah.
You got any new updates on the Ovulus?
No.
Nothing yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm just resetting it.
Right, okay. What I thought I'd do, I just gave the camera back to Nathan. He felt something touch him now, twice, in this wall behind him, in this area behind him. So I'm going to stand here for 60 seconds in complete silence.
Bri, I've just got the word Wallace on the Ovulus.
Wallace?
Wallace on the Ovulus machine.
Okay.
Wallace.
You startled me.
Sorry.
Oh, you shouted me. Oh. Is Wallace of any reference or relevance to anything? Was Wallace the person who made the groan earlier that we heard? Or that I heard? I'm not sure if the camera picked that up, but... How are you feeling?
I don't know.
That's twice I've just got freaked out. Big time.
I think hearing you, seeing you get freaked out.
Sorry.
It's freaky.
That.
Right, we've had to stop recording for a minute. In fact,
we've had a bit of a blip, haven't we?
If you turn round.
Yep.
Where's the bag? Oh, where's the bag? Right. Yeah, we've had to stop recording for a little bit, unfortunately, because this has happened. Now this is our battery pack. We use the cameras, we use them many times, never had a problem. Decided to catch fire.
What's holding it?
Now, is that spiritual or not?
You never know, do you?
So yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one.
What we've decided, we thought we'd come next to Diana, because we left her out of the last video, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
Before you talk, mate, I can't pick up anything on the camera at the minute, so...
Yeah, no worries.
In fact...
That's because I'm stood there, innit?
Just go walk in front of the locked off camera for a minute. You might as well forget my camera for the minute. and then I'll swap it in a second.
What does Neil down?
Bear in mind, remember your torch anywhere in this direction affects that camera.
Yeah, I'll just turn it off.
Yeah. Right, so
we decided to accompany Diana, didn't we? Next to lots of camera.
yeah.
We both thought that seeing as she was left out of the last video, we'll actually include her, and rather than just keeping her somewhere today, we'll just actually accompany her, and we'll do a spirit box session here as well. So we're actually on a... Do you hear a noise then?
Yeah, it sounded like a rustling.
Okay. So we've placed Diana on this like square. It looks like an altar, doesn't it, or where the altar?
Yeah, I believe that was where the altar would have been.
So we've put her inside this, and I've now kneeled down next to her. And we'll try a spirit box session anyway. So.
There's supposedly a young child here that sometimes sings, sometimes cries, sometimes screams.
Is there anyone in this area now? I don't answer them.
We'll have to review that.
We had the name Wallace come out on the Iovulus earlier.
I said Anna.
Anna?
I said Anna. It sounded like Anna. Anna Wallace, maybe? Anne Wallace? Anna
Wallace, Anne. Do you have any relation to each other?
Church. I've just got church on the Ovulus.
Church?
Church. I can't pick it up very well on the camera.
Very interesting.
Just got church on the Ovulus. Is there relation to church? There's noises coming from behind me.
Noises?
Seriously. Turn that off. What's that on the floor over there?
Leave Diana over there. What did you see?
It sounded like another spirit box going off behind me.
Really?
Yeah, like something was mimicking.
That's an orb.
I just see an orb fly past there then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh mate, this place has suddenly got creepy. Did you see that orb go past them? Did you see that orb go past them? What's this over here?
Do we need Diana now?
Get rid of her, put her in the box. That's what I heard. Right.
What?
Where? This is what I heard. That's what I heard behind me. It's actually a drinks wrapper, but it was doing that vigorously. There's no wind. Right, we're now by the gravestones. We've literally just we've just had a bit of madness, haven't we?
Just a little bit, yeah.
We had a few responses on the spirit box. Response on the Iovulus, and we just had some massive orbs literally fly by us. You could just see clear as day with our own eyes, not even through the camera lens, just straight around us, just balls of light.
Yeah, it was a very strange occurrence, that was.
That made us a bit jumpy, didn't it, to be honest?
That
was a bit of a shock. So we're cracking on with another spirit box session now.
Okay, so what I'm also going to do in this instance is I've got my EMF meter. I'm going to actually have this going the entire time, and I'm going to see if I can get any readings from this.
Yeah, well, now the activity seems to have picked up, it's probably a really good time to do that.
Right, so the EMF meter's on.
Oh.
That's 2 voices. There's 2 responses then. Hello, who just said that?
Kid. I've just got kid on the ovulus.
I think something just... I don't know, but
Kid. I've just got kid on the ovulus. Kid.
I think something just flew past my face. What's that?
I don't know.
Okay, is there a spirit of a small child here?
Spirit box just turned itself off and back on again. Sorry, the ovulus.
Has it?
Yeah. The equipment seems to be going absolutely AWOL here.
What's that a response now? Is there a child here?
Don't just say go. Do you want us to go? Do you want us to leave?
What's your name?
Sound like Kathleen. Well, it's hard to tell from over here.
Can you repeat that for us? What was your name? I'm going to show you the EMF meter as well, just in case I miss anything.
Yeah. Were these kids' graves?
That's a great question. They are quite small gravestones. Are you buried under here?
Did you live here?
Are you one of the former prioresses? It's very strange how this noise is echoing across the whole premises.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I was just thinking. It's like there's someone whispering all the way around. Are you playing with our equipment? Right, let's go back by the tunnels.
We're going to set off a spirit box session here, aren't we? As you suggested.
Yeah, we're going to have a spirit box session.
You alright? Doing a runner on me.
Keep hearing a lot of voices. It's peculiar when you're inside. It sounds like something's constantly outside. When you're outside, it sounds like something's inside. You hear footsteps then?
I didn't catch them then, to be honest. But it's funny how you said that and that happened.
Very peculiar.
One thing I was going to say is it reminds me of how I feel at Dowell's inside the parish room.
Yeah. Like
that same feeling of...
something. Is there anybody here with us now? Is it you that keeps touching mine and Brian's trousers? Is your energy here?
Stand behind me. Swap places.
Are you here with us now?
Can you think on my left? Matter. What did you hear?
Screech. Not through the spirit box. We've got the name Wallace on the Ovilus machine. Is there anybody by the name of Wallace here?
I heard like a sentence then, I think.
Yeah. Is that you trying to talk to us?
Yes. Is that yes again?
Can you tell us your name? Can you tell us your name?
Fuck me.
As the investigation reached the early hours of the morning, after equipment failure and hearing a strange disembodied voice telling us to leave, we decided to draw the investigation to a close at the White Ladies Priory.
Hello guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. That was our investigation that we performed at the White Ladies Priory. Quite an interesting night, I think. Very quiet when we first got there.
Yeah, it was quiet to begin with. There was a strange vibe there, wasn't there? You felt like you were constantly being watched, whether you were outside the Priory or inside the Priory. It felt like there was something the other side, so to speak, either looking in or looking out.
Kind of like a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, I think we've made reference in the video. It's very much like Dow's. It felt very protected, didn't it?
Yeah,
it felt very offensive.
So we started at location 1, which is where we performed the very first session of EVPs.
The main archway. It's such an impressive place. I mean, you see pictures. We stood at the place before we went, but it's so vast. I mean, the actual size of the archways.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It is incredible.
It's a lot bigger than what the pictures do justice, so when you actually go there and look at it for yourself, it's a lot bigger than you probably anticipate.
It's actually slightly intimidating.
It is a little bit. To be sort of...
Especially in the dark.
Yeah, definitely. When you're kind of inside there at night time and you've got all of that space around you, I think I said it in the video as well, there's a lot of shapes and a lot of... Your mind plays tricks on you and what you can see in there.
We, at location 2, when we entered the archways, we kept seeing balls of light, didn't we?
For me, location 2 of the video is where things in the investigation started to get quite interesting for me. I noticed that's when some of the activity started to increase, I think.
Yeah, we got some breathy noises and some stomps, and there was one particular EVP at the start, towards the start.
Yeah.
Where something actually told us to go away, didn't it?
Yes. And once we'd sort of given up and ready to go to the next location, that's when we turned our devices off, and that's when the camera actually picked up the go away, which to me, like you just said, is very, very weird how we never heard that.
Clear, very, yeah. It's strange because what it says is the exact vibe we got. We both said that it doesn't feel like we wanted there, like something wants us to leave, didn't we?
Basically, again, very similar to Dow's graveyard that we went to. I think from that point on, that's when the investigation started to take a turn.
That's where we started to have equipment malfunctions as well, didn't we?
Basically, it's...
initially, from Area 2, we were going to where the gravestones were, and we were going to film a piece there. And as we got there, I was just about to start filming, and literally we had sort of sparks and burning coming from the battery pack for the illuminator.
Yeah.
That's bolted onto the camera, so obviously everyone can see the night vision. We were a bit stuck there because we lost the main camera, we lost any chance of recording evidence. Yeah. So we sort of had to scurry along to location where Diana doll was, and to film a large portion of that. As the activity was kicking off, I didn't want to start swapping the illuminators we actually used the illumination from locked off camera 4 to illuminate a lot of your questions and stuff.
We had to work with what we had at that point, didn't we? 'Cause obviously, like you say, losing the camera wasn't exactly great, but we didn't count on that.
And pulled up some strange names throughout, and we pulled up the name Wallace, we pulled up the name Anna.
Yes.
Both of which we've done a lot of research into the place, and we couldn't find any links to, could we?
We couldn't see any.
But, initially, hearing it back, I thought it said Diana to begin with, which, as you were next to Diana Doll, did fear of me, but after reviewing it over and over, it does definitely say Anna.
Not long after that, again, we caught another involuntary, if you like, EVP. We weren't looking for it, but playing back one of the locked off cameras.
Yeah, so it was a locked off camera that was actually on the outer wall of the Priory.
Yeah.
And that came with the name Alice, didn't it?
Alice, and you made a reference to Alice. You've discovered that you did some research.
Yeah, I did some research into Alice, and there wasn't Alice there. She was a prioress for about 10 years, I believe it was. Roughly 10 years, and actually passed away at the Priory. Oh,
right at the end.
As we said, we went back to Area 2. That's where we caught the last EVP of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah,
just
that
before
was,
wrapping it up.
That was a strange one.
Yeah, I mean, something told us to leave quite clearly. You can tell it's neither of us, because it speaks the same time as me.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, but you heard it at the time. You can actually hear on the video going, you know.
Yeah, it startled me a little.
So that's two very strong EVPs we picked up there, both in one way or another telling us to go. One saying leave and the other saying go away.
So, what would you rate the White Ladies Priory out of 10 for an investigation?
I wouldn't want to go there on my own. Let's put it that way. Not late at night.
I think I'd agree with that one.
I would say whatever is active there is aware. Very aware.
Well, so there you go, guys. That was our video of the White Ladies Priory. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear your comments and your feedback for this video, and also any other places that you want us to go and investigate. Please let us know.
If there's anything we've missed or you spotted that we haven't, please let us know. Comment. Get in touch.
And also don't forget to like and subscribe. So that's it, guys. We've been the Paranormal Detectives, and until next time, we'll keep seeking the truth. Good night.